Welcome back, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. If you're here live with me on Twitch, thank you so much for joining in. I will be showcasing the VIKABULU deck that I've been testing with a little bit, and then afterwards we will be using a peculiar and new Mega Gardevoir EX deck that was provided to us by one of the Patreon supporters. So, VIKABULU, we have the 3 Tapu Bulus, 180 HP, Horn Attack dealing 30, and Nature's Judgment dealing 120, plus 60 if you decide to discard all of the energy attached to the Bulu. And finally, Tapu Wilderness GX deals 150 damage, and you get to heal all of the damage from Tapu Bulu. No weakness, pretty nice. Triple retreat cost is not ideal, however that does let you search for the Bulu with the heavy ball, so that's pretty nice. Then we have a 3-1-3 line of Vikavolt, which is the main reason why this deck works. Strong Charge allows you to search for a grass and a lightning energy from your deck and attach them to any Pokemon in any way you like, so you don't necessarily have to attach both energy to a single Pokemon. Electro Cannon deals a very good amount of damage, especially when combined with the Choice Band. You get one-hit KOs on most basic GXs. However, it comes at a very costly 3 energy discard, so that's not ideal. Then we have for support a single Coco in order to try and spread damage. We have a single Clefairy in order to try and counter Gardevoir just a little bit better. We have 2 double Lele's to try and get us the supporter cards we need. And we have the 1 Oranguru for the late game setup. Supporter wise, we have 4N, 3 Sycamore, 3 Guzma, 2 Bridget, 2 Skyla, and 2 Professor Kukui, so an extra 4 supporters from the norm you usually see. And Professor Kukui becomes super clutch in order to allow Vikavolt or Tapu Bulu to reach for higher numbers. Vikavolt can deal 200 damage, potentially dealing with something like a Lycanroc, and Tapu Bulu actually gets to deal 230 damage with a Choice Band and a Professor Kukui, which coincidentally is a one-hit KO on Gardevoir GX. One of the most important Pokemon to take into consideration with or in the current metagame. Then as far as more consistency card and utility cards, we have 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Candy, and 4 Choice Band, 2 Energy Recycler, which help the deck function really well by cycling through energies, 2 Field Blowers, 1 Super Rod, and the 1 Heavy Ball, which is like a wild card because it can get you Charjabug, can get you Vikavolt, or it can get you the Bulu you need to finish off the match. We round this out with 7 basic grass energy and 4 basic lightning energy, and let's jump into the ladder and see how we do today with VIKABULU. We were, I believe, somewhat successful the previous day with VIKABULU in the Spanish stream, and it has been one of the most requested decks. So another thing going for this deck is definitely the fact that less Garbodor is being played, although we are up against what seems to be a Garbodor deck. With less Garbodor being played, that means you're not forced to play like triple Field Blowers, and you also you can always rely on your ability. So yeah, GD, hello, thanks so much for being here. And this hand is definitely not good. If we end up Sycamoring away the 2 Professor Kukuis, I guess it's not the end of the world, but it's also not ideal. Maneater VGC, yeah, I really hope the video works out better for us for sure. B-Machine, what is the best way to get more Pokemon packs? Well, you can either buy the online codes in order to get the packs, or you can simply, okay, at least we get to Bridget here, and we have the Field Blower. It's either buy the codes, or you do have to grind a little bit in the online game in order to get coins, and then you trade those coins for packs. And I recommend you get Guardians Rising packs, because those could potentially get you a Tapu Lele, which is coincidentally one of the most expensive cards right now. GD, you just started playing Hearthstone yesterday, but you don't understand it right now. Hearthstone, like, it ends up being a very easy game to play, I believe, once you get the hang of it. But yeah, I can see, like, well, you picked a really good starting point just because tomorrow a new set comes out for Hearthstone. So that's good, right? The new set really should get a lot of new cards going, and it should be fun to use for sure. Okay, so here we have a small issue where if my opponent has the TCE, which he does, and he goes for Divide GX, he gets rid of my bench Grubbin, and we don't have a way to retreat this active Grubbin. So I was contemplating going for that third Grubbin instead of the Oranguru, or potentially instead of the Tapu Bulu. However, we do have a little bit of leniency in terms of we can just double attach and get rid of the Espion. So I would be really surprised if my opponent chose not to place 1 damage counter on the Grubbin, and he actually chooses not to do that, because now Grubbin is actually safe. Grubbin is actually in a safe spot. Well, I guess it isn't, because if I attach energy, then I technically cannot retreat it. I'll just attach the energy, that's fine, and I'm gonna Sycamore. Yeah, or always carry using Oranguru when you know you're going to Sycamore for sure. But we get a pretty okay hand, actually. We get a pretty okay hand. We're just gonna pass here, but finding that third Grubbin and having the rare candy Heavy Ball into Vikavolt next turn is actually really, really good. So I feel like we're in a very good position here. We would be in a much better position if the threat of Toxin Garb was not as big. But yeah, it only deals 60 damage. That means we will be forced to retreat that Grubbin. I actually would have preferred him to just knock it out. However, my opponent doesn't seem to have such a great hand. And this is what we do. We attach, well, we strong charge, right? So we strong charge for a lightning and a grass. The grass we attach to the Bulu. The lightning we attach to the Grubbin. And then we attach another lightning and we retreat. Then we attach the Choice Band and we take a knockout on this Espion. So with Nature's Judgment, we are forced to discard all of the energy. However, if my opponent doesn't set up Toxin here, we should be in a pretty good position. Yeah, it's ironic that I say that there's less and less Garbiter and then I get paired against one, but it happens. Yeah, the competitive community in Hearthstone is definitely one of the biggest ones out there by far. My opponent picks up the EV, so he's going to want to try and confuse me to make it more difficult for me to deal with his Espion. Gets the Sycamore, that's fine. He had an end, but he actually wanted to use Sycamore. I already have 5 energy in my discard pile, so Super is actually not bad. There's a Toxin Garb. He immediately went for it, so I'm assuming he has a Floatstone as well. Wow, he actually chooses to attach a Choice Band. And it double attaches, like, that's the second TCE on the Oranguru. I think I'm okay with this for now. My opponent has 2 cards in his hand. So I can get the second Field Blower, but another Field Blower... we don't have another Field Blower, so that is an issue, and I can use my GX attack here. I can definitely use my GX attack. I knew I had enough energy in the deck left in order to do this. However, I've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 item cards already. So if I play one more, that would be 7. I still wouldn't be in range of Garbiter, so that's not too bad. I think it's worth it just so that I can instruct for 1. So I'm gonna put these energy back. Then I will instruct for 1 card, and LFC, hello, thank you for being here. Seal Valley Gaming, thank you so much for being here. And I'm just gonna use my Tapu Wilderness GX attack. Attila Boy, yes, I did play in London. However, I didn't do too well. I did, however, play in London. How did you do in London? Okay, my opponent just outright Sycamores. There's this. Oh wow, he already has all 4 DC in his discard pile. There's a Garbotoxin Garb. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 140 damage. But as long as we don't have to deal with Confusion, or as long as my opponent didn't find a Pokemon Tool card, which he did, we would have been okay. We have a couple of turns to manually attach, and we're getting rid of this threat. However, things could get complicated here, because now we have no way to get rid of that tool card. Now we have no way to get rid of the tool card. We do have 3 energy in our hand to be able to manually attach to Tapu Bulu, so that's okay. We can afford to sacrifice one of our Pokemon in order to be able to do that. Oh, really, Attila? Well, congrats on 30th. That's pretty good. One of the people I coach got 31st, so you were right there with him. Dark SP Starman 02. What do I think of the new set? The new set is actually pretty cool. I really like it. However, I haven't looked at it in too much detail just yet, just because it's not coming out until February, right? So I don't want to get distracted with the new cards whilst I still have Memphis Regionals, Dallas Regionals, and Australia to think about before I even start contemplating the new cards. But I'm actually genuinely excited to be playing Solgaleo because it's one of my favorite Pokemon for sure. Okay, my opponent ends us, so we need an energy. And those 2 cards are not energy. Those 2 cards are not energy. At least we can promote Kogo here. We need an energy. And that's kind of an energy. Okay, so the energy recycle, that was a really good top deck. We need any energy here, and we're putting 5 back. We're going to draw 7, but there are 10 energy in our deck, so essentially every 3rd card is an energy. And there we go. We even get 3 energy, which is more than good enough. So I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna promote Bulu. Now there are enough item cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. However, there's no Trubbish in play, so that's really good. I'm just gonna go ahead and attach the Choice Band because why not? And we're gonna Nature's Judgment for the knockout. Empoleon could be good, yeah. I do like Empoleon as well. And yeah, I think for Solgaleo it would be 2 new Solgaleos and 2 old Solgaleos. Attila Boy, I usually play against viewers on Fridays and Saturdays. So if you wanna play against me, those would be the days when we get to play against each other, okay? Now, my opponent has 0 cards in hand, and I know he doesn't have any more DCE. So, that Paralysis is a problem. Should have benched the Tapu Bulu when I could have. Do I even try to attack? I think it's worth it trying to attack. Powering up Oranguru also probably makes sense. And let's just try to attack. We need to attack, or we need to find a Guzma, of which we have played 0 of. So can we flip heads here? Yes, we can. Awesome. I take this risk. If my opponent still had DCs, I might have even considered retreating and then manually attaching. But yeah, so far, so good. So far, so good, guys. Yep, pretty good game. pretty good game. We got a very nice setup and awesome. Okay, so let's find another match, and in the meantime I'm gonna give out another code. Okay, so here's another code. Good luck to whoever claims it. It's another Crimson Invasion pack. I'm just grabbing them randomly from this tag I have with me. So yeah, good luck to anyone who ends up getting the code. So we're back to looking for an opponent, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works out just as well, right? Hopefully. Okay, so we lose the coin flip, we're going second. That's of course never good. That is of course never good. My opponent taking a while to decide who goes first. And we get an awkward start for sure. I didn't notice what types my opponent had. So I'm just gonna lead with Clefairy, I think. If it's against Gardevoir, oh well. If it ends up being against Gardevoir, that's fine. Gonna bench the Grubbin. I'm definitely gonna bench the Oranguru. And yeah, we really need a good top deck here to pull something off. And I feel like this deck is definitely prone to some awkward starts like that. Okay, my opponent starts Lele, which is also not a great start for him, but Clefairy only has 4 HP. And we're up against another Garbodor deck. Just when I say that Garbodor decks are on the decline, we face off against 2 of them immediately, like back to back. Okay, so there's an Ultra Ball. Hopefully we see an N from my opponent. No, he just grabs Drampa, which makes sense. So I'm assuming he already has Sycamore in his hand. There's Po Town, which is not too impactful here. And we see an N. So very nice from our opponent. Oh, I haven't switched the... No, I have switched the camera. The stream is just a little bit delayed. Would it be worth to try and find space for the Sunny Day Lurantis in this deck for the extra 20 damage? I generally don't think so. Professor Cuckoo is a lot more reliable. Bench space is at a premium in this deck, so I don't think it's worth it to try and go for that. I generally don't think it's worth it. Okay, so we can either bench Tapu Bulu here with the heavy ball, or we can just be patient and then set up Vikavolt for sure next turn, which is pretty good. Guaranteeing Vikavolt is really good here. Finding the second Grubbin is also pretty good. And yeah, Garbotoxin Garb coming down, that would be a problem. And that's one of, like, this deck is one of the reasons why we lose the heavy ball plus rare candy. This is one of the reasons why Garbodor decks are a problem. Dealing with a turn 2 Garbotoxin Garb just becomes very difficult. See another Float Stone. We see a retreat onto Drampa. See, the thing is, if I have to bench Lele here, which it's looking like it, because I might want to use the heavy ball for Charge a Bug. I haven't searched my deck yet though, so I don't even know if it's in there. But I definitely want to end. But is being down to 1 Tapu Bulu enough? I don't know if it is. Okay, we're gonna heavy ball, so the Charge a Bug is there, the Tapu Bulu is there as well. Is it really worth just going for the Charger Bug? I think so. I might end up taking the first 2 prizes with Vikavolt actually. So yeah, I'm gonna evolve. I'm actually gonna attach the Choice Band, and I'm gonna search for an N. I don't want to give my opponent the chance to have 10 cards in his hand. Miguel, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we're gonna end away my opponent's huge hand. We get Vikavolt. We get an Ultra Ball. I'm gonna attach energy to the Charger Bug. I guess we're gonna play Bulu less. This is actually awful. If my opponent gets up Garbotoxin Garb, we are in a lot of trouble. So I'm even going to bench the Lele and just grab Sycamore. That way we have the guaranteed draw next turn. And we just pass. We generally might just end up attacking with Vikavolt next turn to take a knockout on the Drampa. There's another Drampa. And there's an N. Okay. So we're slowly getting there. Very, very slowly. No more Vikavolt in hand though. No Garbotoxin in sight for my opponent either. So we can Skylab for the Heavy Ball. And my opponent should have no response to that, which is really good. Which is really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna Skylab. I could also grab the Ultra Ball. Wait, where's the Heavy Ball? Where's the Heavy Ball? Did I already... Oh, I played it on the Charger Bug. Never mind. Ultra Ball. Sorry guys, my bad. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna discard 2 grass. I'm gonna get the Vikavolt. And sure, we'll have 60 damage on ourselves, but that's fine. There's a Vikavolt. I will attach an energy. I can Super Rod here, although I probably want to do it afterwards. So I'm gonna Strong Charge, 1 Lightning and 1 Grass, of course. Attach them both to Vikavolt, and we're gonna take the first 2 prize cards here. Gonna take the first 2 prize cards with Electro Cannon. And welcome to all the new followers. Thank you guys so much. Okay, triple energy discard. There we go. 2 prizes for us. Coco and the grass. So Coco is actually okay here. We can bridge it for a Bulu. Sorry. We also threaten the Tapu Lele, actually. We also really threaten the Tapu Lele. With Palpad getting reprinted, would it be a 1, 2 off, or more than that? Well, Palpad, I think Palpad is a very good, a very well balanced card. It's not versus Seeker where you just immediately get the energy back and for your like, I mean, you immediately get the supporter back into your hand. You actually have to be they actually get shuffled into the deck, so you have to find them as well. And I think 1 Palpad in various decks will be standard, perhaps 2, but I don't think more than that. I definitely don't think more than that. Okay, my opponent chooses to retreat. So if I somehow had a Field Blower here, he would have just outright lost the Trampa. Now my opponent only has 2 cards in his hand. He has used all 4 N, but only 1 DCE. So what's the play here? Do I just bridge it for a Bulu? Is that my play here? Do I just bridge it for Bulu and start powering that up? Or do I save my Vikavolt? I feel like saving the Vikavolt is worth it. So I'm gonna do this. Even if I played down the Tapu Koko, there was no way for me to damage the Garb. So I think I'm just gonna sacrifice the Grubbin here. And then I will Ultra Ball away these two cards. I will grab myself a Tapu Bulu, and we have a single Field Blower, so the other one is priced. A single Skyla, because I've already used one of them. So yeah, odds are not good for us to find the cards we actually need to deal with that Drampa. I do feel it's worth playing the Supra though. I definitely feel like it's worth it playing the Supra. That way we make it more likely that we draw the grass energies that we need. And there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think Palpad will have some space in different decks. Not sure how relevant it will be, but I do think it will. Oh my gosh, my opponent already had the DC. Incredible. Okay, I guess I promote Oranguru. That's the most expendable card here. And I top deck a Grubbin. So then I just pass. He gets another knockout. I promote Lele. He gets another knockout. And we have literally 2 turns to top deck. Sycamore. Oh wow, he actually had 2 Sycamore. What? Oh, that was one Sycamore was his price. He top decked another one. Interesting. So there's another DC. I think I would have preferred, yeah, to just, well, I guess if he doesn't have a Psychic, then he can't attach to the Trubbish. Now I would assume my opponent already has a Guzma in his hand, which is obviously never good. So I can promote Lele, shares 2 prizes. I don't see how we win this match though. Oh, Professor Kukui. Nope, still not good enough. Just pass here, no energy even. Yeah, he ran 4 puzzles. Yep, and there's the Guzma, so Tapu Bulu going down, and then we're gonna literally have nothing to go off of. So I'm just gonna concede here, and that's gonna be the game. So let's search for another game, but in the meantime, I will give you guys out another code. Here you go, guys. Good luck to whoever wins this. This is a Burning Shadows code. So good luck. And thank you guys so much for your support. So we're back into the game. I mean, puzzles work because of Zoroark, not because puzzles should now be standard in any standard deck. Puzzles work because of Zoroark. Palpad could potentially work because of Zoroark as well. However, puzzles are insane because they can also get you back DCEs, choice bands, Pokemon energy, anything you need. Whereas Palpad is restricted to only supporter cards, so it's not as straightforward. I mean, so it's more straightforward, but it doesn't give you as many options. So I don't think we will ever see a deck running 4 Palpad. I think 1 to 2 in various decks will be common, but definitely not 4. Oh, UCF fan, that's really cool. I see that there's very few people registered for Memphis, which is actually very sad, but for VGC. But yeah, if you see me, definitely stop and say hi. I'll be happy to. I'm always happy to say hi to people. always happy. Yeah, I think the fact that Palpad exists now makes Lusamine completely worthless. I mean, unless you're running like a heavy stadium deck and you have heavy reliance on stadiums. But right now, Lusamine isn't getting played. And when you have the choice of running Lusamine or Palpad, I think you always use Palpad. And like saying Palpad will replace Lusamine feels weird because Lusamine isn't even being played right now. I even think 2 Palpad might actually be too much in some instances. I think 1 is more than enough in most decks. Just because, sure, you might want to, but that doesn't mean you can afford to play 2. Okay, so there's a Horn Attack. If we see a Guzma here, we might be in a little bit of trouble. However, I actually wouldn't mind it because we would have the return knockout and we would be able to use Lele for Bridget for 2 more Grubbins. So there's a Elizabeth, there's a Zoroark. There's a Guzma, that's fine. My opponent should have traded before using the Guzma. He actually had 2 Guzma in his hand. I mean, is Mount Coronet really better than running Starmie? I don't think so. I really don't think Mount Coronet would be better than running Starmie, so... Okay. So we're gonna bridge it. Riddlesky. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not giving out codes so that people thank me. I'm just doing it because I want to. Okay, so we get a knockout here. We also have Oranguru to potentially draw more cards. Gonna Nature's Judgment for the knockout here, and we're hoping to find Ultra Ball, Heavy Ball, something to be able to go up to Vikavolt and be good here. Rare Candy and Energy, those certainly do not help our case. Hello Jenny Sniper, thank you so much for being here. And Wonder Tag Games, what are your thoughts on the new Sol Galeo stuff? Well, I generally think Sol Galeo will be very good. I'm actually very excited to try out the new Sol Galeo GX with the old Sol Galeo GX. Apologize for that. I had to sneeze and I didn't want to sneeze onto the microphone, so I turned it off. I'm not sure how big or how good the Necrozma Duskmane and Necrozma Dawn Wings, is it? Something like that. I think Sol Galeo GX is going to be really good, like combining them both. Magnezone could also have a place in the metagame for sure. And okay, so our hand is not looking too great. We had an okay start. We top deck another not so great card. And all we can do is Horn Attack here. This is actually an awful hand. If my opponent just gets rid of the Grubbin once again, we are in a little bit of trouble. I don't know, I mean, there's always cards you can afford to discard. So, I mean, sure, Mount Coronet could see play, and that could give space to lose them in, but I mean, if you're really concerned about getting energy back into your hand, then I think it would just end up playing, you would just end up playing more. Okay, my opponent has a chance to knock out my Bulu here. You would just end up playing cards like Energy Retrieval or Fisherman, if that was really the big concern. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here. What do you mean has more Evo support, Silverfang? Wow, my opponent just naturally has all the cards he needs. He hasn't played a single draw supporter. He has just drawn into every single card he has needed naturally and off of trade. That's actually insane, and that's the game. Wow, that was an insane draw from my opponent. And of course the next card I top deck is the Vikavolt that we needed quite a few turns ago. Okay, so one last try for VIKABULU before we move on to another match. Phantom Renegade, no, I think combining Sol Galeo with Magnezone doesn't seem like a good idea. 2 stage 2 lines don't seem ideal. I think like the Sol Galeos have a lot of synergy between each other. You don't have to deal 250 damage every turn. And if that's your goal, then you would play 3 new ones and 1 old one, because there's no reason to play 2 old ones. So I mean 2 new ones, if your idea is not to take a turn to power up the Sol Galeo. Yeah, poor VIKABULU. But yeah, the new set is definitely going to change a lot of things. Definitely going to be changing a lot of things. Gonna get rid of Kukui and Skyla, I think. The energy are just way too valuable. And I can bridge it here for double Grubbin and a Bulu. But yeah, it feels like my opponents always run super hard against me using VIKABULU, and then when I use it, I ran super hard the first game, and then after that, not really. Is the Dusk main the one that deals 220 damage? I mean, it might be good just because with Solgaleo GX's GX attack you can power it up. However, I don't know, like I think it's way too early to tell, guys, and for me it's like there are so many tournaments that are still going to happen from now until the new set comes out that I really don't think I should like I won't be thinking too much about the new set until it's actually relevant for the next tournament, just because it distracts me from the actual, oh, that's a nice top deck. It distracts me from the actual cards I need to be testing. Okay, so that was a really amazing top deck, honestly. I already made a video for Volcanion. It's actually coming out tomorrow in English. It was Volcanion Silvally, so you can find that on the channel tomorrow. Killer Kells 1, in case you want to see that. And I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and attach the choice band. So I have a knockout on the Volcanion here. I do have a knockout on Volcanion, which is of course cool. However, it will force me to discard all of the energy unless I decide to use my GX attack, and I think it's worth it just because I got the field lore, and this way I don't have to discard my energy. I already know I have one lightning price. I only have grass energy left in the deck, so if I discard all my energy, I won't be able to attack next turn. Like guaranteed I won't be able to attack. So I'm gonna just use my GX attack here, Tapu Wilderness GX, and there we go. Today is an English stream, Killer Kells, and tomorrow is in Spanish. That's what I do. One day in English, one day in Spanish. And Riedelsky, I have considered for Mosa in this deck, but I feel like it's too fragile. It adds a fire weakness, and I don't know. I mean, the GX attack is good, but being in a situation where you still have your GX attack available and you're in that super late game scenario, I don't know if it's worth it to take away consistency from the deck. I feel like it's better to give yourself a variety of attackers such as Clefairy, such as Mew. I even think Tapu Koko GX has more merit than Pheromosa GX. Oh, you speak Spanish as well, Killer Kill. Sorry, I got confused by your comment. I thought you were telling me to speak Spanish. The field spell? What's the field spell? What is the field spell? Phantom Renegade. Okay, so we top deck a Skyla. My opponent was able to successfully retreat here, so if we want to take a knockout, we have to discard all of our energy, which is not terrible. What I can do is strong charge twice onto the benched Bulu, as we do have the Guzma, and I'm just gonna Nature's Judgment here. Attila Boy, I already have a video of Puzzle Garb on the channel, so you can check that out if you want. I already did that testing. Yeah, the confusion is nice, but this deck doesn't want to focus on chip damage. It wants to focus on one-hit KOs. So I don't know. Pheromosa is a super late game card and it doesn't help you in your setup. I think I would prefer a fourth Tapu Bulu before considering before contemplating a Pheromosa. But I mean, that's just me because I love consistency. I'm not saying it's bad to run it. I just think there are options that are more worthwhile. One hit KO Rampardos. One Rampardos. Oh, man Coronet. I mean, I generally think running a 1/1 Starmie would be a lot better than running Mount Coronet in that deck. I generally think running 1/1 Starmie would be better than running 4 Mount Coronet. Yeah, I know what the stadium does. Okay, so here we have the knockout on this guy. However, we would end up losing the Tapu Bulu GX unless we use Professor Kukui in order to use our GX attack. So that's really cool. My opponent's not gonna be happy about this. So double attach here, and then I'm not going to strong charge. I'm just gonna attack here. I'm going to Professor Kukui, and now I'm dealing 200 damage with my GX attack. Oh, I already used my GX attack. Oops. I already used my GX attack. So, okay, never mind. I will strong charge. Just the lightning over here. And I think I am going to retreat. I don't want to give my opponent free prize cards. Oops. Yeah, I forgot I already used it. My bad. Nature's Judgment with the Professor Kukui does deal 200 damage, right? I mean, yeah, 200 damage. There we go. So there's a knockout, there's the 80 damage. I didn't want to give my opponent the free prize. If he ends us, we got the lightning off our prize card, so we can just double strong charge and knock him out. If he doesn't end us, we would actually be in a little bit of trouble. Although we could just Sycamore to hopefully find one of the 2 energy recycler. So I don't know, it's weird. Brook's Grid is also a good card. I prefer running Superrod and Energy Recycler than Brook's Grid, but it is an option. And my opponent chose to go for Sycamore. My opponent chose to go for Sycamore. Removing the choice band actually doesn't matter. And okay. Oh, we can... No, Vikavolt. This is fine. We'll see what we top deck. We have a few cards we can top deck. Okay. That's fine. I'm actually going to strong charge here. Only 1 grass left. We do have both energy recyclers here. And we have Oranguru to potentially get it out. So we're gonna try. Getting rid of the energy actually... Okay, so if I find the energy recycler, that wins me the match no matter what. So I can afford to attach to the Vikavolt, and then I can Sycamore. And no energy recycler. Okay. No energy recycler. We still have a chance at getting it, thanks to the Ultra Ball. So I'm gonna get rid of Coco and Guzma. I'm not gonna grab anything. I'm gonna grab Oranguru, and Oranguru. There we go. There we go. Oranguru being the MVP of the game. There, all we needed to do was make sure we put a spread of energy onto the deck, and we get the win. So not bad. Not bad for VIKABULU. So this will be all from me for VIKABULU. We are now going to move on to a different deck. We're going to move on to a very peculiar Mega Gardevoir EX deck. So I'm going to leave you guys for 1 second whilst I change the deck and whatnot, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, don't go anywhere. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the channel if you want to see the Mega Gardevoir EX deck live. Okay, be right back.